Hey guys, Maniac here, and I'm here with some more Maniac reviews. Today's going to be a bit of a special more episode, because it is the 200th video on my channel. 200 videos, holy crap, a lot of videos that I've posted. But today I'm going to be reviewing The Man of Steel, the new Superman reboot. And now if you excuse me, I'm off to go save more people from frickin' Zod, who wants me to kneel before him for some reason. But, you know, today I'm not feeling about it. Anyways. Oh, come on in the boy! Alright, so, Man of Steel. First thing I want to say about this movie, I went in with low expectations because I hadn't seen much of the movie from the trailers. The trailers didn't give that much to the movie, and I'm used to trailers giving you almost the full storyline and what happens in the movie. But yeah, so I went in with low expectations for this movie. Let's start off with the characters. The characters in this movie are Superman, I'm just going to call him that for this review, Lois Lane, General Zod, and Russell Crowe, as I called him, because his real name was just kind of too hard for me to remember, so I called him Russell Crowe. Anyways, storyline. Storyline is basically Superman is sent from the dying planet of Krypton onto Earth, like the comic books. From there, parents find him in the field, and they adopt him, basically. But in this movie, I guess he's fused with something, with the Codex of Krypton, which is basically the life of Krypton. So yeah, so that's the thing. And then General Zod wants to get that so he can save the dying planet of Krypton. So there's that. That's not really much of a spoiler. You can almost kind of tell that from the trailer, sort of. But yeah, that's why General Zod kind of wants Superman. Negatives and positives. I'm actually going to start off with positives because there was some stuff in this movie, and, you know, I'll have to mention, but there is some stuff. Anyways, let's start off. Acting, of course, was excellent by Russell Crowe. The guy who did General Zod. Compared to the first one, the guy who did Kneel Before Zod, he was not as good, but, you know, I have seen some interviews with him, and he's saying, you know, it was kind of hard to do that, but he did a very good job of playing Zod. Girl did Lois Lane, good acting, and person who did Superman, interesting for sure. The directing and everything, the storyline was pretty good. I like kind of the idea of it, the way, but there was some stuff that went off against the basic Superman comic book stuff, how it kind of plays out, how it is in the comic books, which kind of went against it. But again, this is Christopher Nolan, same guy who did Batman. When I say Batman, I mean Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight, and Batman Begins. Those three, the trilogy there, he did those. After hanging up his coat for the Dark Knight series, he announced that there would be Man of Steel, which is now what's come out. Now, this isn't my most anticipated movie of the year, therefore, I'd been seeing it, and I was just like, oh yeah, this kind of looks cool, you know, new Superman, I like that, Superman, you know, one of the cooler DC characters. Not my favorite DC character is Deathstroke. So, make a Deathstroke movie and you'll have my approval. Come on, Christopher Nolan. Make it. Anyways, that's really all I could say. Storyline was let's go on to negatives before anything else. There was some padding in it, and the way that it was presented was very mixed up. What they should have done is done all the backstory first, because they kind of did. This is not even a spoiler, so I'm not even going to say spoiler alert. But they should have done the backstory first, so it kind of looked like you were watching the life of Superman and then gone to where he was at that moment. But it ended up being very jumbled up. You would have stuff where he's here and then here, like basically you would have things such as you would have the backstory in random places that didn't need to be there. Like, it's kind of like, oh, you know, he's remembering this, you know, he could die, and but you know, that the way that they ordered it was very odd, and in my opinion, kind of made the storyline a bit confusing, made the character development a bit worse when it came to Superman. And this is a movie all about Superman, so you want to focus mainly on character development. Padding in this movie. Oh, you guys know, if you guys know me, you know that I love padding. Actually, I hate it. I hate it dearly. But padding for me is always something that I look out for in movies. This movie, when it came to padding, there could have been a lot of stuff that they could have avoided to make this movie done. 2 hours and 15 minutes could have been just 2 hours. 15 minutes should have been cut from it that didn't need to be there. I'm not going to say what, because some of it does end up being important, but could have been cut out, and you know, you still would have got it. You still would have been like, okay, I see what's going on. But yeah, it wasn't huge amount of padding. It wasn't I can't make a resemblance. It wasn't, oh man, come on. You know, I was going to try to make a resemblance to a movie that I can't remember had a lot of padding. There was a TV show that I remember that, Supernatural. It's not like Supernatural padding where they have that type of stuff, and at the end of the day it wraps up more stuff, but that show has a lot of padding episodes. Anyways though, the storyline, like I said, wasn't that good. The shots that they did, I swear there was one shot, and I when I saw the shot I was just like, what the bollocks are you doing? And I literally, like, I'm like, okay, I gotta remember this. So, and what that was, is that there's a scene where, you know, he's flying around, you know, he just learned how to fly, he's just like, woo, and they cut off from him. Like, the camera's just like, so say that this is the camera and it's trying to be focused on my face. It's focused on his face, it's zooming in and out, zooming in and out. It's kind of like, my eyes. It's like, you have a good angle, you have a good shot, you have over here, and it gets out of focus and it just starts zooming in. I'm like, what was that? There was a couple parts where the camera got out of focus. I was just like, okay, you're making a professional movie. I can understand, like, this is a high budget movie and you're having focusing issues. Heck, my camera right now is focused on me, and I usually never get any blurriness. There's a few occasions where I do, but it is a crappy camera. These people have millions of dollars of equipment and they can't have autofocus? What are you doing? I don't know whether, because it did kind of look CGI, which we'll get into another topic. The CG, I should have said this in positive, but the CGI was actually really good in this movie. It was like Avatar good, and Avatar is famous for its CGI. And it had some pretty cool CGI. There was some pretty cool stuff that I liked at the beginning. I was like, hey, that's cool, man. That's cool. I like that. I never knew that there was such a thing. Unless there isn't, then that means, my God. But yeah, so rating, I'm going to give this one a 3.6. 15, at least 10 minutes of padding for sure. Which I know, compared to some other movies and TV shows, isn't a lot, but it's still, with a movie like this, with all the hype it's been getting, with everything that it's been getting, I was expecting, okay, I shouldn't have said that I was going in with low standards, because I wasn't. I expected some stuff. I went in with medium standards, alright? I just kind of was like, alright, you know, this should be high, but I didn't know what to expect. So really, I should say I didn't have any standards to go in at, which isn't usually good. But yeah, so. But this is kind of one of those movies that you could just go watch for fun. You know, it's a fun little movie to watch. Especially if you're just kind of one of those people who likes to watch movies. I recommend this for you. If you're a person who's like me and likes to go watch movies because of how good the quality is, it's not an Oscar or winning anything by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, it's still a standard movie. Good, fun little thing to watch. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, favorite, like, and all that fun stuff. And if you guys, my most anticipated movie of the year, one of my most anticipated movies comes out next week. That is World War Z. Tune in next week to watch that, because I'm hoping to have some special stuff for that. And I've been really excited for this movie, because I've read the book and stuff. So I can't wait to watch this movie. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, he just got a high dragon, a pay sailed, a booba da boop boop boop.